Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a 5-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started. Wish you all a good day. I'm going to start with D row. There is a 3 here in F row and a 3 in E row, which blocks these two rows. So 3 goes here in D7. There is a 7 here in F row and a 7 in 4th column, which blocks these 3 cells. There is a 7 here in column 5 which blocks this cell. So D6 takes 7. Now in D row there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 6 is missing, 8 is missing and 9 is missing. 6, 8 and 9 are missing. You have 6 and 8 in column 1 which blocks this cell. That means D1 takes 9 and rest of the two cells take 6, 8 pair. Let's try to fill column 1. There is 1 and 7 blocking these two cells here. So 1 and 7 has to be in these two cells. Now there is a 7 here which blocks this cell. So 7 goes in C1 and E1 takes 1. Now the missing numbers in column 1 are 2 and 4. You have a 2 blocking here. So I1 takes 4 and 2 goes in G1. Let's try to fill H row now. You have 2 and 7 in G row which blocks this row. There is a 2 and 7 in I row which blocks these two rows. So 2 and 7 has to be in these two cells. There is a 2 and a 7 here. So accordingly H8 takes 7 and H7 takes 2. There is a 4 here which blocks this cell. There is a 4 here in column 4 which blocks this cell. So H6 takes 4. Now in H row there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 6 and 9. Let's mark it with 6, 9 pair. Now let's try to fill this fourth block. There is a 2 and 5 blocking this cell. So 2 and 5 goes here. Let's mark E2 and E3 with 2, 5 pair. Now there's only one cell left which will automatically take the complementary pair. So this cell will either take 6 or 8. So let's mark it with 6, 8 pair. Now we have 6 and 8 complementary pair in column 3. That means 6 and 8 cannot go in any of the other cells of column 3. So that means we can eliminate 6 from here. So H3 will take 9 and H4 is 6. So this 6 cancels out the 6 here. So D4 is now 8 and D3 is 6 and F3 is 8. Now let's fill column 4 now. There is a 5 here which blocks this cell. There is a 5 here in B row which blocks the cell. So 5 has to go in either C4 or I4. Since we have a lot of 5 around, I went about cross-checking. So I found that there is a 5 here in 8 and 9 which blocks these two cells. So 5 has to be in one of these cells, but there is a 5 here. So there should be a 5 here. That means this cell is also locked by 5. So 5 goes here in I4. Actually, in a 5-star puzzle, you have to go around first, find all the initial numbers which are very apparent or very clearly seen. That I have not done. I started focusing on rows and columns individually. But if you are a beginner, you can start with finding all easy numbers first and then get into my method. Now, you have 9 here. So you have a 9 here, which blocks these two cells. So 9 goes here in F4. Fine, now in column 4, there are only 2 cells left. So let's fill that with numbers which are missing. Missing numbers are 1 and 3. So 1 and 3. Now in the central block, there are only 2 missing numbers. The missing numbers are 1 and 6. There is a 1 here in E row. So E5 takes 6 and F6 takes 1. Now in E row, there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 7, 8 and 9. There is 9 and 7 blocking this cell. So E8 takes 8 and the E7 takes 9 and E9 takes 7. Now, in this block, there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 4 and 6. But we do not have much clues about 4 and 6 across the column. So let's move on to this block. There is only 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 4, 5, 6, 8 and 9. 1, 8 and 9 are missing here. We have 1 and 9 blocking this cell. So G6 takes 8 and 1 and 9 goes in these two cells. Do we have any clue about 1 and 9 across the rows? Actually no, but then you can see here there is a 9 here which blocks this cell, and these two cells also cannot take 9 because you have a 9 here and a 9 here which blocks these two cells. So that means this is the only cell where 9 can go in this I row. So let us cut down this 1 and here 1 goes here and 9 goes here. In column 6, there are only 2 missing numbers. The missing numbers are 5 and 6. You have a 5, 6 pair here. So accordingly, let's fill B6 with 6 and A6 with 5. Now, let's focus on column 7. You have a 5, 8 pair here and a 5, 8 pair here in column 8. So these two columns are blocked for 5 and 8. So 5 and 8 goes in these two cells. There is a 5 here. So B7 takes 8 and C7 takes 5. Fine. There is a 1 here and a 1 here which blocks these two cells. So I7 takes 1. Now there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 4 and 6. Let's mark it with 4, 6 pair. In B row, there are only 3 empty cells. Missing numbers are 1, 4, and 1, 3 and 4. Okay, so we miss 1, 3 and 4 here. You have 1 and 4 blocking the cell. So B2 takes 3. So that means B4 becomes 1 and B3 takes 4. C4 is now 3. Let's try to fill block 1. There is 8 and 9 here which blocks these two cells. So 8 and 9 goes in these two cells. There is a 9 here. So C2 takes 8 and A2 takes 9. Now the missing numbers are 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are missing. There is a 2 here. So A3 takes 1 and C3 takes 2. So this 2 cancels out the 2 here. So E3 is now 5 and E2 is 2. Now in column 3, the only missing number is 3. So in this block, the missing numbers are 5 and 6. There is a 5 here. So I2 takes 6 and G2 takes 5. In I row, the only missing number is 3. Fine. Here, actually we miss here 6, 4 and 9. If you see 9 is, there is a 9 here blocking this cell, so 9 goes here, and now there's only one empty cell and it takes this complementary pair. Let's fill this with 4, 6. And also in this block there is only one empty cell, that means it also takes the complementary pair 4, 6. In A row there are only 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 2, 3 is actually missing. So you have 3 here which blocks these 2 cells, and that means 3 goes in one of these 2 cells. You have a 3 here, so 3 goes in A9, and now the missing numbers are 4 and 8. There is a 8 here, so A8 takes 4 and A5 takes 8. Fine. Now in the second block the only missing number is 4, and in C row there are 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1 and 6. There is a 1 here, so C9 takes 6 and C8 takes 1. So now this 6 will help us to crack all the matching pairs or complementary pairs here. So F9 becomes 4, F7 is 6, G7 is 4, and G8 is now 6, and the puzzle is solved. Dear friends, how did you find the puzzle today? Was it easier or harder? Please share your experience with me in the comment box. If you feel there is a better shortcut route, please don't hesitate to share it in the comment box. Thank you and have a nice day.